Hello everyone, my name is Zero1 and today on Simple and Concise Tutorials we're going to be looking at the nether roof. In today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to 100% reliably get yourself onto the nether roof, how to 100% reliably link your overworld and nether portals on the nether roof, and how to 100% reliably break bedrock. So to do this, the first thing you're going to need is some ender pearls. So obviously you could either kill an enderman with a loot and 3 sword to get your ender pearls, but honestly, that's going to take you a while. If you've got access to the end, that's probably the quickest way to do it. But in the actual overworld, the probably easiest way to do it is to just trade with a cleric villager. So once you've found yourself a cleric villager, access his trades, and all you're going to do is trade with him until he gets all the way up to expert. So once you've traded with him until he's expert level, when you now scroll to the bottom of his trades, you should see an ender pearl trade. Okay, so grab yourself some ender pearls. You need maybe 5 or 6 ender pearls is probably plenty. So once you have got your ender pearls from the villager, all you now need to do, head over to the portal that you want to link on the roof of the nether and get the coordinates for any of its bottom blocks. So in this case, if you look at the X, Y, and Z, you can see that I am on X10 and Z11. If I move backwards, my Z moves backwards, which means that this block here is X10 and Z12. So jot that down somewhere, X10, Z12, and jump through to the nether. Okay, so once you have got through to the nether, what you then want to do is break the portal that is generated in the nether. If you leave this here, when you create the new one on the nether roof, well, you can go back to the overworld. The overworld portal will link to this one. So this one needs to go. Now, pick a direction and start mining all your way up to Y121. Okay, so when you're at Y121 or 122, you should start seeing parts of the bedrock for the nether roof appearing around you. Now we're looking for a specific one. So the highest bedrock level in the nether is Y127, and that is exactly what we're looking for. We're looking for one of these blocks that goes to Y127. Now this will take a bit of digging around, so don't worry too much. There's not that much lava up at the top of the lever. But yeah, just keep digging around until you find one that is pretty much at Y127. So I'm going to find that and then I'll get back to you guys. Okay, so after a little bit of digging around, you should find yourself something that looks like this. So the way I know that this is at Y127 is because if I look where I'm stood now, which would be Y122, which is this bottom block here, 122, 123, 124, 125, 126, and then that block would be Y127. So you can now stick absolutely any block you want and fill in these gaps around here. I am using obsidian because it's on my hotbar, but it doesn't have to be. So now all you need to do is get out the ladders, sort out your ladders all the way up to this one here. Push forwards, hold down space, grab your ender pearl and shoot it at the top of the ladder here. And when you do that, you should glitch up and into the bedrock, like so. And by holding on to W and space, so that you keep going forwards and jumping at the same time, it'll actually lift you up above the bedrock. Now, once you've managed to do that, we need to figure out where to put our portals so that it links perfectly. So if you guys head to this website here, mavespun.com/games/Minecraft, you'll actually come to this here. Don't worry, I'll have that link down in the description for you below. And all you do is remember those coordinates that we wrote down for where our nether portal was. So in our case, it was, say, X10 and Z was 12. Pop those in, and now it'll give you, in the nether side of this over here, X1 and Z2. So now what we're going to do, we're going to pop back into Minecraft and put our portal exactly there. So now that we are back in Minecraft, we want to find x1. So let's just keep going down. That's going up. So I think we need to go, there we go, x1. And we want z2, which is here. So that's this block here. And what we're going to do is pop a obsidian right there. So once you have found the block you want, you're going to build your portal on that block. So in this case, that was the block, or that's the block of bedrock exactly where it needs to be. So we're going to place our first one there and build our portal around from that point. So once you've got this portal built, it should have automatically, because this is the closest portal, and I will link a video in the description that goes into this in much more detail, but because this is the closest portal in the nether to the overworld location, this is exactly where it should be. This should link perfectly with our overworld portal. And there we go, straight out the same portal. And because we did destroy that first portal in the nether, now when we jump through this, it should be linked to that portal on the nether roof. And there we go. So now that we both know how to get onto the roof and we can create our portals, it's very simple to find yourself an easy nether hub anywhere in the world now. All you have to do, find out where in the world you want to set your portal in the overworld, come back through your original portal onto the nether roof, and just create yourself a nether roof portal. Okay, the process also works in reverse. You can put in your nether coordinates in the nether side on that website, and it will give you your overworld portal coordinates so that you can just come to the nether roof and make the portal up here. Okay, so now that we've gone through how to get onto the nether roof and link up portals, let's look at breaking bedrock. Now, this block here is the block that we originally came up through using the ender pearl and the ladders, and as you'll see, I've marked it with a torch, which is always good practice so you remember which one it is. If you've forgotten to do that, don't worry, head back into the nether, get to your tunnel, and just look at the coordinates of the block, and then come onto the roof of the nether and go to those same coordinates. So what we now need to do, bring up your F3 screen again, and you'll notice if you look where it says facing under the X, Y, and Z, under block, under chunk, facing, it says west towards negative X. Now I don't know if this is directional or not, but I've found it 100% reliable when I'm doing it directionally towards negative X, but not the other way. Now I don't know if that's something to do with how I'm doing it, but face negative X, it's 100% that way. So then what you're going to do is you're going to take some obsidian, you're going to place one on the left hand side and one behind the torch. You're going to place 2 pieces of TNT, 1 piece of redstone dust, 1 leather, 1 trapdoor. You can now remove the torch. We'll place 1 piston. So one of the things I've found as well is that if you just spam clicking with your mouse, it's not as reliable because you basically, it's all about timings with this. So what you want to do is go into your options, go into your controls, and you can change it to anything you want. But I'm going to change my place block to space because that's the easiest for me, and I'll change my jump to J. Don't worry, when we've done this, we can reset this all really simply, so don't worry about that. We'll head back into the game, and now what we're going to do, we're going to stand in this corner here, and we're going to activate the lever. Flick the trapdoor, that'll put you down into fly mode. Scooch across to this side here, aim at this corner of the obsidian here, and then hold down your place item button, and then when the TNT explodes this piston, you should place another piston in its spot, and doing that all in the same game tick removes a piece of bedrock. Now I will link a video below that goes into this in much more detail if you're interested in how this works, but yeah, this tutorial is just to show you how to do it. Then we're going to hit the trapdoor, scooch down and across, look at this corner, hold down space, and there we go. So as you saw then, the piston was destroyed, and almost straight away we added another piston. And if we now break this piston, there's our hole in the bedrock. Okay, and just to show you guys that this does work reliably, we're going to fill this with a piece of bedrock again. I'm going to place 2 more pieces of TNT, a piece of redstone dust, place a lever on top, piston facing, trapdoor down, stand to one side, lever, trapdoor, cross, up in the corner, hold down space. There we go. Piston got destroyed, we place another one, and if I break this again, you'll see we've got a hole. So now you've got a way up and down into the nether from the nether roof. You've got a nether portal that links with the overworld. Job done. So I really hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you do want to see more tutorials or anything like that, leave a comment down in the description below, and I'll get on it and make a tutorial for you guys. Also, it would help me out a lot with this channel if you could leave a like on this video and share it with your friends. But this has been 01 with simple and concise tutorials, and I'll see you guys in the next tutorial.